Today we are talking about breakfast, lunch, brunch, supper, dinner, and snacks. First, we need to understand the word meal. A meal is basically when you eat enough food to keep you feeling full or not hungry for a long period of time. In the United States, most people eat 3 meals per day. These are breakfast, the morning meal, lunch, the midday meal, and supper or dinner, the evening meal. So let me give you an example of what I might eat in one day. Nowadays, I work from home making English videos, so I usually have breakfast between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. But when I had a full-time job, I usually had breakfast between 6 a.m. and 7 a.m. I usually eat something like 2 or 3 eggs with a piece of whole wheat toast or some turkey sausages wrapped in a tortilla. I usually have lunch around noon, and I usually have something like a big turkey and cheese sandwich or stir-fried chicken with vegetables over rice. I usually have dinner between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m., and I rarely ever have the same thing for dinner. One night, it might be Indian food, and the next night, it might be Vietnamese food or Ethiopian food. It just depends who is cooking dinner, how busy we are, how hungry we are, and what we feel like eating. There's also brunch, but brunch is less common than the other 3 meals. Brunch is a mix between breakfast and lunch that is usually eaten on weekends between approximately 10 a.m. and mid-afternoon. But brunch is usually more of a social event, not just a meal. So when people eat brunch, they often meet their friends at a restaurant, hang out for several hours, and drink cocktails with their food. Okay, so hopefully now breakfast, lunch, dinner, and brunch should all be pretty clear. But what about supper, dessert, and snacks? In most dialects of English, supper is basically the same as dinner. Some people always say supper, some people always say dinner, and some people use both. The reason for this is that dinner actually means the main meal of the day, whereas supper means a meal eaten in the evening. In the United States, the evening meal usually is the main meal of the day. It's the meal where a family usually sits down, spends time together, and eats a lot of food. But in the past, when more people were farmers, the main meal was in the middle of the day, and it was called dinner. So people would have breakfast in the morning, dinner in the middle of the day, and then in the evening they would have a lighter meal called supper. Nowadays, the main meal is usually eaten in the evening, so we call the evening meal dinner. So basically, in the United States, for the evening meal, you can say supper because it's in the evening, or you can say dinner because it's the main meal of the day. It doesn't matter which one you use. Dessert is a sweet dish that you usually eat after a meal. For example, a bowl of ice cream, some fruit salad, or a slice of pie. And finally, snacks. A snack is basically something that you eat that is not part of a meal. For example, it's not dinner time yet, but you are feeling a little bit hungry. So you have a banana, a handful of nuts, a cup of yogurt, or a bag of chips. And unlike breakfast, lunch, brunch, dinner, supper, and dessert, snack can also be a verb. So you can say, I'm going to have a snack. There, snack is a noun. Or you can say, I'm going to snack on something. There, snack is a verb. So yeah, that's all for today. I hope you learned something, and also I would love to know more about your cultures. What meals do you usually eat each day? If you'd like to share, please feel free to do that in the comments. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.